Hey, everybody, how are you? Welcome to If You Don't Like That. NBA finals in their respective conferences are underway. In the West, it looks like the Thunder are going to be 3 wins away from the NBA finals as they have a commanding lead with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth, 99-84. I am so tired of watching basketball. I really mean that. I hate the way the game's played. I really do. I hate it. I just hate the 3-point shot and what it's done to the game. I just like watching this game tonight. There are so many bad shots that are taken. That's my point. There just are so many shots that to me are poor shot selection because analytics say you need the 3-ball. Quick shooting, not making the extra pass, guys shooting even when they don't feel it, when they're still struggling, like Disenchantment, struggling from 3, but keeps on chucking it up. I don't like the way the game's played. I don't. I just don't. So I don't know how you feel about it, but I really hope they change the game around a little bit. I really do. I really hope that they change the game around. Just way too many threes. I don't enjoy watching basketball. I'm watching hockey every night. I just watched Florida and Carolina. I watch that probably 85% to 15%. Give me hockey, man. Give me freaking hockey. Give me hockey. That's what I want. Give it to me. All right, so I did a rant on this today. Could you imagine being in a position where somebody is going to pay you a total deal of $765 million? And you appear to be unhappy, or you're going to do your job at 80% instead of 100%. I'm talking about Juan Soto of the Mets, who last night was playing at the Green Monster in Boston, thought he hit a home run, stood and watched it, didn't run out of the box, ball hit the monster, he gets a single. So then manager Carlos Mendoza said, I'm going to have to talk to him about running out of the box. Really? You got to talk to him? Well, I had the same problem with Joe Girardi last year, a gutless manager, gutless. Lets his guys jog around the base pass. There's no repercussions for it. As the great Phil Mushnick of the New York Post said it very, very well, stretching a double into a single because of the laziness. I watched Robinson Cano do that for years with the Yankees. I watched it. As great as Soto is, and he's a great player, too many times last year, dogging it on the base pass. I don't understand that. This is a great question. Do I think the Maple Leafs are jealous of Golden Knights and Panthers' success? Their fans are. I don't know about management. That is one of the most bizarre situations, although I compare it a little bit to the Knicks in New York. I think they're a great parallel, Cody, and the Knicks finally are knocking on the door. But the Maple Leafs take in the most money of any NHL team, from what I understand. They play in the mecca of hockey in North America, where the Hockey Hall of Fame is. Hockey is like a religion in Ontario. The Maple Leafs sell out every single game. I've been to many Maple Leaf games. It's got to be absolutely beyond frustrating being a Maple Leafs fan. I would actually compare it to what the Cubs went through in their fans, and they finally won a World Series. If the Leafs were ever to win the Cup, they might burn Toronto down. Seriously, I can't even imagine. Juan Soto is a prima donna. He is somewhat of a prima donna. Grant, I agree. I'm not enjoying NBA unless it's my pathetic Kings. Can scream today, compete if they don't focus on the threes. Still daylight in Miami. Who says I'm in Miami, Jeff? Do I have a tag on my head that tells you where I am when I do my shows? Yeah. Devers of the Red Sox does the same. Yeah. I agree with you about Devers. I can't. It's ridiculous. Absurd. Thunder look tough and rough at the same time. Well, they won 60 plus games for a reason, right? Like that wasn't an accident. And they have probably the game's first, second, or third best player in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Have I ever been to a Nevada Wolfpack basketball or football game in Reno or elsewhere? I actually announced a couple of football games with the Wolfpack in Reno back in the late 80s and early 90s, but that's the last time I've been there. Last time I've been there. I announced, I want to say I've been there two times, I think. Oklahoma City now running away 104-86 with 2 minutes left. What do you want to talk about today? All right, here's something else that drives me crazy. So much so that I will not watch this sport. You won't catch me watching 1 second of the WNBA. I am so sick of that league. I am so sick of the race baiting. I am so sick of the way the media covers the league. I'm so sick of Angel Reese. I'm so sick of the comments. This is a league that doesn't understand the position they're in, and they can't handle prosperity unless it's directed right at them. It has completely turned me off. I'll watch women's college basketball. I will not watch 1 second of the WNBA. Don't even come at me with the WNBA. And then I'm listening to Ryan Clark's comments on social media towards RG3. I mean, bringing his wife into it. I mean, it's a joke. The whole thing is a joke. I will not watch 1 second of the WNBA. They are the most greedy, obnoxious, selfish athletes. Go away. Get away from me. There are your links if you want to call the show. Happy to have you. Call the show right now, as you see, and we will put you right on. Here it is. WNBA is a race-baiting, complaining league that has a bunch of entitled players. Freaking men. See, you said it much better than I just did. I can't say it any better than that. They got the new team playing at Chase Center. I don't give a damn what they have playing at the Chase Center. Go to the games. I wouldn't watch 1 second of a WNBA game. Not 1 second. Not 1 second. Oh, hell yeah, Grant. That's awesome. It's just the truth. I got a notification that Listen App will be discontinued on June 1st. Maybe one last show for all the Listen App. Love you, Grant. Miss Kings basketball, Dorian. Thanks, Dorian. I don't think so, bud. I don't think I'm going to do another show on Listen App, but thank you. I appreciate it. You know, it was a great concept, but for whatever reason, the app didn't take off like I thought it would. Paul, don't worry about it. You're legally blind. I understand. No problem. Being low vision impaired, autocorrect kills me sometimes on top of my mistakes. Paul, no problem, buddy. We sympathize and we have compassion for those that have vision problems. Not a problem. Why does everything have to be racist this, racist that? You want the God's honest truth to that? You want the truth? Here's the truth. The reason why we have a problem in America as it relates to racism is because of all of the black people that go automatically to the race card when race has nothing to do with it. Now, racism is an issue not only in America, but all over the country, with some exceptions. But everything has to be because someone's black and someone's white in America, as portrayed by our media, and in this case, our sports media. Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark, Emmanuel Acho. I can go on and on. To those individuals, everything is about one thing: white versus black, black versus white. They don't want to take 5 minutes and analyze whether the situation really is because of racial issues or because of that's just the way it is. And in the process, many people like myself get disgusted with your commentary, shut it off, and don't watch it anymore. I'm done. I'm just done with it. I'm so tired of the double standards. I'm so tired of the race card, which doesn't exist in many instances. And when it does exist, use it. It's a joke. Draymond Green, angry black man. It's a joke. It's a joke. Plain and simple. It's a joke. I mean, it's a joke. An absolute joke. And it's getting worse and it's not getting better. This past weekend, I just got to Bangkok. And last night we were having a conversation about this topic. In this country, it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Islam, Muslim, Buddhist. It doesn't matter whether you're a ladyboy, heterosexual, bisexual. Thai people don't judge you. They're happy. They work hard. They're not on social media going back and forth at one another. Matter of fact, I have yet to meet a Thai person that even knows what X is. And I really mean that. I've never met a person in Thailand that's on X. Not one. They are respectful. They're polite. If you happen to be sitting at a restaurant and you leave a backpack or your phone and you realize it even a half hour later and you go back to the restaurant, no problem. You don't have to worry if somebody took it. Nobody took it. It's either right where you left it or it was handed in and it's at the front. Never a problem. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of motorbikes all over Thailand. Many of the riders wear helmets, not all, but they park their bike, they put their helmet right on their handlebar. Doesn't matter where they are. Doesn't matter if they're overnight. Doesn't matter if they're away for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks. When they come back, the helmet is right on the motorbike. But in the United States, everything's about race. Even when it's not about race, it's about race. Everything. The United States can't handle it. Plain and simple. They can't. Stephen A. Smith can't handle it. Ryan Clark can't handle it. Emmanuel Acho can't handle it. Draymond Green can't handle it. They can't handle it. They can't handle the reality of many of these situations. They got to make Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark into white black. Angel Reese can't handle it. It's a joke. Draymond Green can't handle the fact that he is the reason why so many people have a distaste for him. He can't look into the mirror and acknowledge that he's a dirty player. He can't acknowledge that he can't be controlled and that he's a baby on the court at times with the officials and his coaching staff and with his teammates. He can't acknowledge that. He can't admit that he has a problem. So in turn, he turns it around and uses the race card to defend himself. Because in America, if you happen to be black and you use the race card, it's like you have an armored shield around you. You're now protected. Because if somebody comes after you, oh, it's racism. That person is a racist. So did I answer your question okay? That's the answer. Oh, did I enjoy watching Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf play? I enjoyed him with the Nuggets as well. Not only did I enjoy watching him play, I enjoyed talking to him. He was very introverted, very quiet, but if you got him alone, you could have a really good conversation with him, formerly Chris Jackson. I love watching Mahmoud play. Grant, Sawadee Krap. I love Thailand. That means hello, how are you? What's wrong with today's big media? Well, I think you know the answer to that. Spot on, Grant. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Cody says, I think Draymond feels he is the smartest in the room at all times. Well, that's part of the problem. Tony, truth, Grant. Of course it's the truth. Nobody wants to admit it. We live in a woke society in America, although that's changing. But you're right. People don't want to acknowledge the truth. That's the truth, plain and simple. And again, I'm not sitting here claiming that racism and race at times isn't a factor. I mean, I'd be naive and stupid to say that. But there were too many instances where it has nothing to do with what's going on. And yet, our national media members want to drive it home ad nauseum. And in return, what they're doing without realizing it is they're dividing the country. Because people like me are saying, enough, I'm done. Don't shove it down my throat anymore. I'm turning you off. You lost me. I'm gone. That's what's happening, and they don't realize it. They think they're going to galvanize everyone because they're trying to win an argument as it relates to race. What they don't understand is they're pushing people further away. They're making this situation worse. Ryan Clark lost a lot of credibility over the last 48 hours. Hurts the credibility at ESPN. But do you think ESPN's going to fire Ryan Clark? Do you think a bunch of white executives are going to fire Ryan Clark? 114-88 now, the final. Oklahoma City wins game 1. I mean, ask yourself that question. Is there, I mean, right? I mean, just think about it. Think about it. I'm looking at social media. Bobby Burack of Outkick just said that Angel Reese just shared a photo on TikTok saying Caitlin Clark was a white girl running away from the fade when Reese tried to fight her. Again, everything has to be about skin color. Amazing. Bobby Burack. Once again, the only real racism in the WNBA is aimed at Caitlin Clark from Black. Here he is again. This is so spot on. Black Twitter will defend a black person no matter what, even if they stab a white kid, unless they marry a white person or express a conservative view. Then they treat that black person like they are unworthy. Incredible. And I don't agree with everything that Bobby Burack of Outkick puts out. I don't. But do you want to deal with the truth or do you want to deal with BS? Right? And if you think that a society can't get better with peoples of different ethnicities, religions, and everything else, come visit Thailand for a week or two, and you will see that you can live in a society where not everything is about race. I have many black friends here in Thailand, many. Matter of fact, I'm going out to dinner with several of them tonight. I've talked to them about this. I said, is it uncomfortable or are there any issues living over here, being black? They go, not at all. I said, do you ever encounter any issues? He goes, if we do, it's from foreigners. And if it happens to be other than that, no, they don't encounter anything from Thai people because of the color of their skin, but they do from foreigners. Think about that for a minute. Right? I mean, so if you don't think that a society can be colorblind, come over to Thailand where the vast, vast majority of the population is colorblind. I know I'm over here enough where I can tell you that that's the truth. Just it is. And not only do I observe that, I've talked with people of different ethnicities to ask them because I can't walk on their shoes. So I asked them. Plain and simple. I just got to Bangkok. My relationship with Vivek was professional. I mean, I respected him because he was the owner of the team publicly. But Cody says inspired change initiative. The available messages include end racism, stop hate, it takes all of us, Black Lives Matter, inspire change, and say their stories. Again, what the NFL does is they push a sector of the audience away and they disgust others like myself. I don't root for Tampa Bay. Everyone knows I'm a Giants fan, but if the Giants are eliminated, I never root for Tampa because they all have these stupid ass messages on the back of their helmets. I've been very proud that the Giants have never done that. And other organizations that have no messaging on the back of their helmets. And if they're playing a team like Tampa, I'm rooting for them. I'm disgusted by the messages. It's an insult to my intelligence and my upbringing and my ethnicity. It's an insult. It's an insult. My thoughts on Al Michaels. Guy has found a fountain of youth. Al's one of the great announcers of his generation, and he's a great person. What are my thoughts on KD potentially landing in Miami? I don't have any thoughts because it probably won't happen. Grant, you're in Thailand on vacation. I'm here for a friend's daughter's wedding. Indian descent. So it'll be interesting to go to an Indian wedding. It's my tailor, Bobby and Raja. Raja, who is the father, came here from India 50 plus years ago. Bobby, who is in his 50s, was born here in Thailand, and they have one of the top tailoring shops in all of Bangkok, Raja's Fashion. So if you ever go to Bangkok and you want to get some clothes made, it's great. Matter of fact, Bobby made this shirt right here. And I figured, you know what, I'm going to see him in about 2 hours, so I wanted to be wearing what he made for me. See? Got to do it. Props to the Giants for not putting the meaningless messages on the helmets. Spot on. Stanley Cup predictions. I got to tell you, I think Florida and Edmonton are going to go head to head, and I think that's going to be a dandy. I'm going to take Florida because I still think they're the best team in hockey. But you know, with Edmonton on that power play with Draisaitl and McDavid, they're so difficult to stop. They're so good. Man, they're good. They are so freaking good. So good. Speaking of so good, that's New Works Plumbing of Sacramento. They're awesome. Give them a call. Go to their website or use newworksplumbing.com, NEWWRXplumbing.com. New Works Plumbing, they've got a fix for you. Again, New Works Plumbing, they're awesome for your plumbing needs and repairs. Make sure you get in touch with them. They'll do a great job. Tell them we said hello. They're freaking awesome. New Works Plumbing, they've got a fix for you. So glad to have you on the stream. What do I think of Michael Jordan joining NBC? I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Grant, I just read there's a big COVID spike going on in Thailand. You know, I do know some people that have had COVID that have told me the last couple of weeks. I don't know if it's a big spike or not. I haven't read that. I haven't seen that. But you just deal with it, right? Grant, NFL playoffs is more compelling than the NBA. Too many blowouts. Totally agree. Oilers bring the Stanley Cup to Canada. I'm rooting for the Oilers. I hope they do it. I'm friends with Jack Michaels. They're a great announcer. I would love to see that. NBA on NBC in the late 90s, early 2000s was peak basketball entertainment experience with Marv Albert, Bill Walton, and Snapper Jones. Amen to that. Where do I see the Golden Knights going from here, Grant? Well, as long as my buddy George McPhee is running the organization, they're always going to be good. I can guarantee you that. He was always good in Washington with the Capitals, and the same can be true of what he's done in Vegas. When they were an expansion team, George put the entire roster together. He did the whole thing. Obviously, he had scouts, but George himself made the decisions, and they went to the Stanley Cup their first year as an expansion franchise. Think about that. Think about that. All right, so I do want to talk about this. So I'm reading that the NFL is going to allow their players to compete in Olympic flag football. Really? Flag football is an Olympic sport? Are you freaking kidding me? Flag football is an Olympic sport. Why don't we have tiddlywinks? Why don't we have tiddlywinks as an Olympic sport? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Have tiddlywinks as an Olympic sport. So no, I won't watch Olympic flag football. Jack Michaels is incredible, especially when he hits the Oilers radio network. I love Jack. Do I think Scott Foster is a corrupt NBA ref? No, I do not. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Hey, Sunrise Landing, if you are looking to move to a different area that's beautiful with so many advantages, just go and check out the website, CalusaSunrise.com. And remember, no Mellorews, no homeowners on these beautiful models. And right now, they are having a May spring sale with great prices in this Blazona development project. CalusaSunrise.com. Give you all the information. You can look in depth at everything that they can offer you. Adjacent to the Calusa Golf and Country Club, good access to the major roads like I-5. Check it out. CalusaSunrise.com. All right, Oklahoma City, if you're just joining us, they win game 1, 3 wins away from the NBA Finals. Been looking at a lot of the messages here. Thank you very much. Glad to have you on board. Talked about a variety of topics. But I'm just curious. I mean, I've read a lot of the messages. How many of you are like me, where you're turned off by the WNBA because of the messaging that comes from their arrogant players, their greed? How many? How many? I'm just wondering. Yes or no? Are you turned off by the WNBA? Oh boy. I would hate to be a fan of a team with the best player when they tear an ACL in the Olympics. Always something you got to worry about. Always something. Thanks for taking time on your vacation. Hey, I got to work, man. No problem. Thank you, though, Patrick. I'm going to be doing my shows every day. Every day. Other than Memorial Day, I'll take the day off there. But not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I'll check on the COVID. I haven't seen the messaging on COVID. I did have a couple of friends that told me 2 weeks ago that they had COVID. But, you know, just, yeah, there are 33,000 cases in Thailand, which means there's a lot more because a lot of people don't even get tested now. You know, I don't. Hey, I'm on vacation. I'm listening. Good for you, Patrick. No WNBA, too much drama. That's it. That's the word, drama. Clark has been a golden goose for the WNBA. Other players are jealous of her. And yeah, the only reason why this is an issue is because she's white, because everyone wants to make everything in the white versus black, right? So I'm also seeing that there's a new COVID-19 wave that is hitting Hong Kong, Singapore, China, and Thailand. So yeah, you got to be aware of it. Should the Kings do a deal for Peyton Pritchard, they better get somebody that can play the point. Brunson, Halliburton, Anthony SGA, who would you want to see win their first NBA championship? I don't, it doesn't matter to me. I'll answer the question that way. I don't, I'd be fine with any of those individuals. It doesn't matter to me. So I hope that answers your question without it sounding crass. I don't care. I mean, I just want a good finals, you know? That's what I would want. I want a good finals. I think if we can get a good finals, then it really wouldn't matter to me. Hey, are you in the market to buy a home, selling a home? Get in touch with Connor at Element Mortgage. You got the QR code right there. I'll put the phone number up as well at 916-505-1006. That's 916-505-1006. Somebody that you can trust, that's Connor. Experience, yes. He himself has closed hundreds of loans. The team behind him has over 100 years of experience. So get in touch with Connor. Sacramento, grew up in Folsom. 916-505-1006. That's Connor with Element Mortgage. Knicks, Pacers tomorrow. I'll be on after the game. We'll talk about it. I was taught when you're on the team, there was no race or color card. The team was one family. Well, you know what? When you're on a team, that's very true. I've been in many, many locker rooms. That doesn't exist in a sports locker room. It's a shame that society can't be like a sports locker room. Now, there are people you don't like. There are people that maybe you don't respect. But it's not about race. It's a melting pot, a locker room. And it's a shame that society can't be like that. It really is. It's the truth, too. It's the truth. With my love for hockey, it would be amazing to have you be the play-by-play for a team one day. I know those jobs are hard to get, but you deserve another opportunity on a pro team. Thank you. You know, I fulfilled my dream by announcing some San Jose Sharks games on TV back in the 90s with Pete Stemkowski, including a game at the Great Western Forum that Wayne Gretzky played in, and that was a thrill. Gretzky and Yari Curry were on that team. Hockey is my favorite sport to announce. I love hockey. I watch it all the time. And I don't like to talk about myself, but I know that had I been a hockey announcer instead of a basketball announcer, it would have been my best sport. And there's no doubt in my mind, hockey was always my best sport. And I always wanted to do hockey. It just never was. I mean, I got the NBA play-by-play job at such an early age. It kind of changed my wishful thinking as a career path because, I mean, it's the NBA, right? It's not like I didn't want to do basketball play-by-play. I love doing basketball. I just love doing hockey more. So I loved it. I loved it. Here's the link to call the show. If you want to get on, it's right there. I'll also put the QR code above my shoulder if that helps. And we'd love to put you on right here on if you don't like that. But I love announcing hockey. I wish I had done more than the handful of games I did back on, I think it was Sports Channel back then. I can't remember, but it was the Sharks games. And again, doing the game in LA with Wayne Gretzky playing was a big thrill for me. So I'll never forget that. That was great. I wish there was more scoring in that game. The final was 2-1, but it was still fun to do. And then I did a Vancouver game. I did a Ducks game. Yeah, I did. It was fun. I love doing it. I love doing it. I filled in for Randy Hahn when his wife was having a baby, and he took some time off. It's a big thrill for me. Loved it. Loved it. The way I announced the Kings with Jerry, I thought it would have been basketball. Well, I loved it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I didn't enjoy it, but I enjoy doing hockey more. I mean, I love doing hockey. It's a great question. When I'm chilling watching a hockey game, do I catch myself announcing the game a little? In my mind, I do announce the game. So, yes, I do. I don't do it out loud, but in my mind, I am announcing the game. Because if an opportunity ever arises, I want to stay sharp. So yes, it's a great question, Paul. Thank you for that. I don't know about that. Grant and Jerry commentary would make baseball interesting. I think we might be getting carried away a little bit. I don't know about that. I don't know. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I would try. I would try my best. Besides the King's Roundtable show, do we three plan on doing shows in the off season? Absolutely. Well, Ryan and Jerry have a show every Tuesday. They were on today, and yeah, I'll join them once in a while. Yeah. I won't join them when I'm here because the time difference would be, I'd have to join them at 4 or 5 in the morning. So I'm probably not going to do that. But yeah, I would absolutely. Listen, anytime I can be on with Rhino and Jerry, yes, of course. Absolutely. Yes. Love it. And we're doing shows 12 months a year, pretty much a minimum of 5 days a week. I couldn't work yesterday because of travel, but yeah, I've said this. If I'm traveling somewhere, I have my equipment with me and I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to roll. Let's do it. Right now, I got a beautiful view. Looks like it's going to rain here, but I got a great setup right where I'm at here doing the show. Eduardo. Hola, Ed. How are you, buddy? I would turn my camera around so you can see where I'm at, but I don't know if I would lose the signal, so I got to be careful. I mean, if you want to see it, I'll show you, but I don't know. I'd have to be, ooh, a little lightning. Joe Douglas is rejoining his former boss. Douglas, the former Jets general manager, is returning to the Eagles in a senior scouting role, according to multiple reports. Good for him. Good for him. Oh, thunder. Gonna have some rain here. Gonna have a little rain. Yes, indeed. Ed, I just landed in Bangkok. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to turn this around slowly. All right. If I lose the signal, then we're done. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Now, you know what? I can't do it because of my green screen the way I'm set up. So I'll take a picture and put it on my X account if I can. That's right. I forgot with the green screen that I'm using. I can't. It won't show up. Pacers Knicks. Who do I have winning game 1? Wow. I'm going to go with the Knicks. What do you think? I think it's going to be a long series, though. I really do. All right, I'm rolling. I will be back tomorrow. Let's do the same time after the Knicks Pacers game. We'll talk about it beyond the rest of the week. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Been a good show. Is there a lot of activity outside my window? No, I'm about I'm trying to approximate from right the middle of the heart of Bangkok. My view, I have an unobstructed view of the city right here, about maybe a mile. So no, I'm on what floor am I on? I'm on the 8th floor. I got a beautiful window here. So no, it's not bad. Hey, Ed, always a pleasure to do the live stream. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. All right, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this camera around, and then I'll say goodbye with a view of Bangkok. Here we go. We'll see if this works. There you have it. That's my view right now. Live. Bangkok, Thailand. There you have it. So long, everybody. Appreciate you. Talk to you tomorrow. Let's see if we get some lightning here before we go off the air. Little lightning? Come on, give me some lightning. We're live. Lightning. We want some lightning. We want some lightning. Give me a flash of lightning right freaking now. Let's go. Come on. Don't leave me hanging like this. Come on. Come on. Please. We see we got a little over here. We got a little darker sky. Maybe this will work. Yeah. Maybe, what do you think? Come on. Give me a flash. Let's do it. All right. And you know what's going to happen? The second I sign off, there will be a big bolt of lightning over there because I just heard some thunder. I'm looking out to the left now. No, most of the weather is out there to the right. All right. I'm out of here, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Stay safe.